After studying this module, we shall be able to learn about the concept of grievance, identify various causes of grievance, identify ways to understand employee grievance, understand how to resolve employee grievance, learn about the advantages of grievance procedure and its desirable features, learn about the grievance handling in Indian context, appreciate model grievance procedure.
Now we'll learn about grievances and handling employee grievances. According to Michael J. Jusius, the term grievance actually means any discomfort or dissatisfaction, whether valid or not, arising out of anything connected with the company that an employee thinks, believes, or even feels unfair, unjust, or inequitable. So, the basic reasons for grievances can be discontent or dissatisfaction. Discontent may be express or implied, valid or false, and then injustice done to an employee. So, this is the meaning, basic concept of grievance. Now we learn about that what could be the causes of grievance. The grievance may arise due to many factors such as working conditions, management policies, organizational climate, and many other reasons. The basic reasons are grievance resulting from working conditions such as improper working conditions, mismatch of job with employee skills, non-availability of proper tools, machineries and equipments, poor interpersonal relationships with superior and colleagues. Now, the grievances could also be related with management policies, and these could be salaries or wages, leave rules, transfer, promotions and seniority rules, absence of career planning and development programs, labor union management conflicts. Grievances can also arise from alleged violation of collective bargaining agreements, rules and regulations, and the laws related to the states. Now, we need to understand what is an employee grievance. Employee grievance in the organization can be reduced easily if steps are taken periodically to know about it with interactions and discussions with the employees. A good manager can anticipate and prevent such grievances. There are various methods with the help of which a manager can easily understand the grievances of the employees and help them to reduce it before it could take any further action. Like first method is exit interview. This interview may be taken from the employee who quit the company to know why they are leaving and any grievance they have for the company. Second method is opinion surveys. An employee survey to know the opinion about the organization and its management by holding group meetings, periodical interviews may be conducted. Third method could be a gripe boxes. Complaints can be dropped by the employees in these boxes, and these complaints are anonymous. No employee name is mentioned here, unlike a suggestion box where name is clearly mentioned to get the rewards. Another method is open door policy. Now here an employee is free to go to the manager's room anytime and drop his complaint or talk about grievance. Now, these are the grievances, these are the ways to know the grievances. How can they be resolved? Depending upon the size of the organization, the grievance procedure may comprise of 2 steps or maybe more. Grievance handling procedure is a formal process of settling grievances, and it usually consists of a number of steps arranged in a hierarchy. A typical grievance procedure, it includes the employee grievances are first handled by frontline supervisors along with the union representatives. If union is there in the organization, if they are not able to handle it due to any reason, maybe due to incompetence or the matter is beyond the authority to do so, then the second level is the middle level management. The grievance now is under the purview of the personnel officer or executive at this level. The third stage is where the top management and top union leader will sit together and settle grievances involving companies wide issues. If it is not possible to settle grievance in-house through management, then the matter goes outside the company arbitrator for its redressal. The basic advantages of grievance procedure is to reduce grievances in the organization because grievances are natural to arise at workplace. And the benefits of grievance procedures could be management comes to know about the grievances and take corrective action. It is easy to solve a grievance before it becomes a dispute and difficult to resolve. It is possible to know the feelings of the employees and what is happening wrong at the workplace in which department. Employees can also express their dissatisfaction. A grievance mechanism in itself is a relief for the employees as well as for the management. Employees' morale and productivity increases. Cordial relations are built up in the industry. In a redressal mechanism, trade union member along with the management personnel or supervisor is assisted to solve the problem. Trade union and management relationships are improved through collective bargaining. It also serves as a check on the part of the management because this mechanism also keeps alert authorities that their action or decision making harming employees can be challenged. So, we can say that a grievance redressal procedure in the organization is required because it is helpful for the employees and the management both. According to the Michael Armstrong, a well designed and properly structured grievance redressal procedure provides a channel or avenue by which any aggrieved employee may present his grievance. It provides a procedure which ensures that there will be a systematic handling of every grievance and a method by which an aggrieved employee can relieve his feelings of dissatisfaction with the job, working conditions or with the management. Also, it is a means of ensuring that there is some measure of promptness in handling of grievances. So, the desirable features of grievance procedure includes that the grievance procedure must be in conformity with the existing laws, that is, it should have a legal sanctity. It must be acceptable by everyone, that is, by management, trade unions, workers, employees, etc. It must be prompt, that is, grievance redressal should be expedite as it arises initially at lowest level and also within a stipulated time. Then simple procedure of grievance redressal must be followed and well communicated in the organization. Handling grievance is very crucial and important matter. So, all those handling it should be properly trained to solve it as early as possible within all the fairness. Just like any other procedure follow-up, grievance handling procedure should also be follow-up periodically to incorporate improvements if any. If we talk about grievance handling in Indian context, then there are various acts like the Industrial Employment Act or Standing Orders Act 1946, which includes handling grievance of workers against unfair treatment by employer in case of establishment having 100 or more workers. Then Factories Act 1948, grievance handling by welfare officers in case of establishment having 500 or more workers. Then the Industrial Dispute Act 1947, grievance handling by grievance settlement authority for settlement of industrial disputes in case of 15 or more workers in industrial establishment. Now we are going to learn about a basic procedure which is related with the model, which is a model and is also called as a model grievance procedure. A model grievance is one in which management and union should establish together a grievance procedure which ensures a speedy and full investigation leading to a settlement of grievance. This is stated as a code of discipline in Indian Labour Conference in 1957. The 5 successive steps of this procedure are: first, verbal communication by an employee about grievance to the officer appointed by the management. The officer must reply within 48 hours of the presentation of the complaint. Second, in case of dissatisfaction from the reply or results not obtained in stipulated time period, employee can present this case to the head of the department appointed for this purpose, and then HOD need to reply within 3 days of the complaint. Third, the matter can further move to the grievance committee and they need to give their reply within 7 days of complaint. Fourth, an appeal can be made for revisions to management if committee fails to take any decision. The management should communicate the decision within 7 days of the worker's revised petition. Fifth point, if employee is unsatisfied with management's decision, union and management may refer the grievance to voluntary arbitration within a week of the receipt of the management's decision by the aggrieved employee. Now we are going to summarize what we have learnt in this module, handling employee grievances. Grievance means any discomfort or dissatisfaction, whether valid or not, arising out of anything which is connected with the company that an employee thinks, believes or even feels is unfair, unjust or inequitable. The grievance may arise due to many factors such as working conditions, management policies. Employee grievance in the organization can be reduced easily if steps are taken periodically to know about it with interaction and discussion with the employees. The methods that can be used by the managers to understand grievances may be exit interviews, opinion surveys, open door policies and gripe boxes. Depending upon the size of the organization, the grievance procedure may comprise of 2 steps or more than that. A grievance handling procedure is a formal process of settling grievances and it usually consists of a number of steps arranged in a hierarchy. In Indian context also, the individual redressal grievances are covered under the Industrial Employment Act, Standing Orders Act 1946, the Factories Act 1948 and the Industrial Disputes Act 1947. A model grievance is one in which management and union should establish together a grievance procedure which ensures a speedy and full investigation leading to the settlement of the grievances. The various steps of the model procedure includes verbal communication by an employee about grievance to the officer appointed by the management. In case of dissatisfaction from the reply, then employee can present his case to the HOD, head of the department, appointed for this purpose. And the matter can then further move to the grievance committee and they need to give their reply within the 7 days of the complaint. An appeal can also be made for the revisions to the management if committee fails to take any decision. If employee is unsatisfied with the management's decision, union and management may refer the grievance to voluntary arbitration within a week of the receipt of management's decision by the aggrieved employee.